Okay. Reset timer. Check recording. Recording worky. If you are ready, there are many injured here who need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, I ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whoever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to these people's hurts. Where is it? Yeah, I know how to play Scholar. I'm here to heal you! Third promises protector. Everything was bathed in red, bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I can't move. Be healed! As you can tell, I have not played this class since they've made Eos and Selene into one. Many of the villagers sustained burns with the fire. Found no purchase in these stone buildings. A small mercy. Everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony. Yet I will live. Leave me. There are others in dire need of help. Be healed! I forget. I don't think this even has. I don't think I ever gave Scholar a pet. My wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat, it's all the moisture has left my body. Be healed! Okay, back to being summoner. Let's see, Dark Matter 8. Okay. It's 280. I guess I could have just used physic on them. Be healed, I think. I might be making your wounds worse. Done all I can for now. The injured you found are awake and alert. Then. That as well. We left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. The fire swept through the village. The details are unclear. Once I healed the giant attacked by the mountain bird, the group's leader, Vorpolar, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of ether and returned to find Orlar's echo in this state. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious and with pain, he reported the same warning. Your commander has broken free, thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Yes, we should speak with the temple guard and see what became of the Sky Ruins prison. The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within.
What happened?
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Yay! Echo time!
Who enters this hallowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh. And here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Kulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
I guess the other three didn't survive.
A messenger to Tuli Yolor has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Vali Yarmanda. This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle. Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
Well, we also have the warding skills for the primals, don't we?
And what will we do? One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
If you resolve to slay Valikarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Inform the Bello of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
So, are involved any ideas of how we can track Velgamanda? The threading through method of comparing sightings of the other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain the sky ruins whereabouts far more quickly. Though out of extraordinary nature, Virgin is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it thus sustains by corporeal ether and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. God damn it. The mighty cursor! Floating hand? No, it's not the time to play with your toys. This is not a toy. It's an ether seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the ether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time? You can calibrate the following a specific etherical aspect. The problem with the Romander, however, is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, and lightning. So you set it to astral? We know that in order to awaken Volner from its icy imprisonment, Butchgold casts spells with quickened its fire aspect to ether, and the residents here were uniformly affected by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Volgamanda unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice is plain: fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults, as we were not able to input our Corey's unique etheric structure in advance. The device will respond to any living source of fire aspected ether. So we have the reliable yet slow method of information gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled gleaner tool. I say, why not pursue the both methods at the same time? Good idea. We have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me then, Zedman, and in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. The rest of us will stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more sky ruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yokoi. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Vermanda. I shall like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. Right, it sounds like we all have work to do. I'm hoping they allow us to fight it like how they allowed us to fight Hydaelyn. We should be on our way as well. Please specify desire that Urkel expect. Oh, more food. We'll head to the outskirts of the village. First, then the Seeker will detect fire aspected ether. I know the flints are somewhat etherical aspected towards fire. It's probably going to be over here where we haven't gone yet. Or it's going to be over here. Alright, the sticker is ready to go. Varro's echo is still suffering from this kind of original ether, so exclude it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Once you choose to depart, Emery will accompany you to the ether seeker. I'll then begin leading you onwards. Affirmative tracking. Nearest source of fighter aspected ether. The hand of fate. Source of fighter accepted ether located tracking disengage. I got the legendary creature river after. I want one of them as a minion. Would you mind dealing with the fighter sprite? It will continue to confuse the seeker if we leave it be. Actually, I'm surprised that the sprites don't have like a minion version of them. Like a magicked one where it doesn't get any bigger. Or one that just says that it's a young, unfortunate one. And then the field sets on fire. And then it's a measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Affirmative tracking near source of fire aspected ether. Source of other aspected ether located. Tracking disengaged. Threatening enough, but again, not what we're looking for. If you would be so kind. Thanks. I'll ask it to give you. I'd ask you if it gave you any trouble, but considering what I'm, who I'm talking to, so I could resume tracking and to try to point out something useful this time. If I'm resuming tracking. Yeah, I kind of figured this was going to happen. Source of ether aspect ether located tracking disengaged. Another element of Villagers' last rampage. The Gather's shrines registered the Seeker as corporeal ether. In the worlds of the Raleigh Saga, when Vermel rages out of control, it fires upon forever, its ice does not thaw, its lightning cracks without cease. This was the stone servant able to turn the sky the ruins perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. This way. Now the Seeker can ignore any etherical thunderers, but Vanger Manders. Had I realized it was possible from the start, then you hadn't have fought those creatures. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey, as a gleaner and as a guide. Inventory. I guess it is that way. This time this ether should be attracted solely to Val Commander's ether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Affirmative, resuming tracking. Sample ethereal structure detected. Engaging accelerated pursuit mode. Whee! Good, the Seeker was thrown directly to Sky Ruins fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters for its etherical aspect. I'll try increasing the threshold for concentration. That should direct us to the Travedero itself. Recalibrating sensors. Resuming tracking. Actually, how many of the etheric winds do we have here? We're missing 6. So sounds like we're going to be here for a while. I want to go up there. Yeah, after this recruiting session, I'm gonna get water and gonna eat. 'Cause I'm hungry. Okay, so this looks like this is the village of those who wish for war. think we noticed that Vergaman was inside the passage. Let's head through to the other side. Everything there look like the paints didn't survive.
The trail ends here, it seems. Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vidral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vidral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop! That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them? The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
Seven weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead. A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of his Tural Vidral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people!
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone.
We are still in her debt. This is true. Consider the debt repaid. But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Assuming you survive, my old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird. I don't care how strong the Sky Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
But who? Don't tell me Alizé's gonna be healing again. Okay, so their roles may differ from they usually use. Okay. Let's get to going. I hunger. Yep. We kill it, it drops a keystone for all three of us. actually throwing fossils at us now? Disintegrated. I don't know what the extreme's gonna be like. Alizé? I guess Alizé's just not gonna say anything. I wonder what that fire inside was supposed to be doing. And I wonder what that other buff that I got was meant to do.
We did it. We slew Valiarmanda. A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage. For you, Papa!
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father. The Fidral was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it? Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best. You're right about that. I need to improve if I want to surpass the old man.
The Sky Ruin lies dead. And still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
We come back, we find him just, Sarelja just drowned in the lake. Just face down and all. Your proud expressions bespoke a successful hunt. Not that I'm surprised in the least. Sarelja came back earlier, but left almost immediately with Sarelja until he seemed disinclined to share in any victory celebrations. That's nothing unusual for Sarelja. No, it's Oruk Jaja that concerns me. Probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. I still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Valiarmanda, it wouldn't only put our Papa at risk. There would have been deaths across the entire continent. I'm more concerned that even Jaja can't be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. Yokai must still be anxious, wondering where and when Viltruman will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears of no as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry another moment. After I get done with the Feet of Ice, I'm going to call it for this episode. I should probably... Before we do anything, we should talk to Garfordlor.
To the temple, then.
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town, but the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zulmurwer? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Gulul Jaja, then no one is. Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Hey, wait a minute, that's the wrong one. That's the one that we put the keystone in when we were on the top of the mountain. Yeah, that's the wrong one. We should have him with his heads going in opposite directions while wielding swords.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokwi. May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
is a day for unusual visitors.
You Wukliamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valikarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea! That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess. A statue so tall, even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
Now watch out that the City of Gold is actually just a massive casino from the ancient ones.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel. But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. gratitude. I merely repaid a debt. Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
I don't think for Polo and his brethren will have suddenly changed heart about Toro. But that doesn't mean they never changed at all. Today is proof of that. There's so many quests now. Learn Searing Flash. Not traits, actions. Deals unaspected damage to targets and all enemies nearby. Cannot be executed while under the effects of Ruby's glimmer. Grants Ruby's glimmer. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Changes 3 to that. Changes Tri-Disaster to that. Changes Astral Flow. Changes Kindle Bahamut. Changes to Enkindle Solar Bahamut. Waves can reset. Will only execute when Solar Bahamut is summoned. Exodus. Starting on easy. Okay. Next is Enhance Addle, which I never use. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, and I'll see you all in the next.